All right, I don't know how good this looks. The look doesn't matter. So back at our humbles, I'm yeathattravis, and this is Creator Conform. All right. So if you're new here, I'm yeathattravis. This is Creator Conform, and this is the beater. This is working up the socioeconomical ladder again. I used to have a production company. I kind of lived the life everyone shoots for when it comes to like creating content, doing travel content, be a travel influencer. I mean, not like super famous, but I was doing it. I was getting paid to travel, and I was getting paid to be me. That's really what I'm saying. And I lost it all, and now I'm climbing the socioeconomical ladder, so I created this channel, Creator Conform, which is me documenting the progress, not really for me, but to help the people. I mean, it is for me, really, in case I ever forget, like, where I came from. I need to be back on my humbles without having to be placed back there again, you dig? But what I'm saying is I'm not doing this for fucking show. I mean, like what is there really to show? But somebody who needs help, who needs to see the process. So I'm going through it again, and I just want to share what's worked for me before and what's working for me now. You know, climbing to the upper echelons of life again. One, I got to get out of my own way, and it's hard to do that when especially with social media, the egoic self really gets to have its own identity that moves around the world. It gets to portray itself the way it wants to be seen. It gets to isolate itself from the self. And I think that's why raw content like this is really taken off now that we have AI. Everything's been so polished up that people want to feel something human, right? Something similar, something maybe they can experience it too, or something they can relate to, is what I'm trying to say. But man, if we don't learn the lessons of life is continuously going to keep putting the lesson in front of us. So it's like, when we avoid something that we need to be doing, whether it's like a task we've put in our mind, or it's like the universe putting something in front of us, it's constantly gonna keep circling back, keep circling back, keep circling back, getting in the way of the ego pushing forward. So then when we get the ego out of the way, we get out of our own way, we can see the task at hand that we're supposed to be doing. That's gonna get us to the next level of life. And I don't like the game theory. I don't like zero sum, win or lose. The world's abundant. The universe is infinite. So I choose to try to operate at my best capacity from these principles that all of the religions teach, right? As above, so below, as within, so without, the masculine, the feminine, correspondence. They're all just saying, they're all just constructs of energy, right? Like energy transfer, how the energy is transferred, where energy is placed, how energy is a mechanic of your reality, of the everything. I digress. Now I'm in a hoopty again, so let's get down to brass tacks. Back in my early 20s, I lived in a halfway house. I was fresh out of rehab, living in a halfway house, a sober living house, whatever you want to call it. And I was in and out of recovery for about a decade. While I was over there, I started picking up some books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, The Richest Man in Babylon. What is it called? Not The Secret. It's called whatever Napoleon Hill's book is. You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you'll find out. And I started reading these books because they were a lot more relatable. I had resentments. I had these energy blocks against religion, and rightfully so, because, I mean, maybe not rightfully so, but what I was seeing with the idea of God and the oneness being portrayed through religions was not, it didn't add up. There were holes in it, and it couldn't be perfect and infinite and all loving if it had all these holes in it, right? If it was like this piece of cheese with all these holes, what it could. Nah, dude. Ain't no fucking way, boy. So I started kind of just reading these books, and honestly, I was like 23 before I ever read my first book. And I also got into like existentialism, the nature of reality. So I'm clearly lost here, right? I'm the wayward son, the prodigal child at this moment in my life, and it's these books, it's people I'm around. It's getting out of the forest, because you can, if you know anything about hiking or like being out in the woods, you could go like 10 yards off the trail and never find your way back. So in a metaphorical sense, like if we veer off the path a little bit, not the path that like religion and stuff tries to tell us, because like it's not about being straight, perfect, and correct. It's about being straightened. You can't see the malevolence. You can't see the fallacy until you've been part of the corruption. And I'm sure this sounds like it's all over the place, because it is, like one of my on the run reps, but I picked up these habits and behaviors that help me. Success is subtractive, right? That's why. So if you keep it simple, success is subtractive. So I started, everything that was negative was getting pulled, like deliberately pulled out of my life, because I had admitted defeat, right? And I started working through these things. I'm in recovery, so I started working through these steps and stuff, but I'm also doing these things outside of that are helping me build the man I want to be. Because like I remembered being like on a park bench, damn near homeless, thinking, fuck man, I just want to travel, I just want to get paid to be me, fuck money, I hate the monetary system, I hate all that stuff, I just want to get paid to be me and help other people do likewise. That's all I want to do. I want to see the world, man. I just want to get out there. And I was just literally on a park bench. Somebody done stole my shoes. I had to put my socks underneath my armpits. It was not good. It was to make sure they didn't get stolen again, bro. Like, it was not a good spot I ended up, and I was in my early 20s at that point. So I've got this laser focus on, I'm going to be a travel creator. I haven't picked up a camera since I was like 17, so it'd been 5-7 years. At this point, it went from camcorder to DSLR. So I had to relearn videography and stuff. So I was all self-taught, and I just started posting, doing the next right thing, doing the next thing in front. The more I would get out of myself, the more I would post, and I would tag people, and I'd capture their candid moments, the present moment, you know, the beauty of being in the now, it was like this compounding interest, right? And then word would spread, and then I started shooting for venues, I started shooting for DJs, and I'm doing all this for free, right? And I'm doing these small hikes. Like I've said it before, like if you want to travel and see the world and you want to explore all this stuff, I'm not down on the tourist stuff, right? But if you can't do it in your city, you can't do it in your town, your city, your county, your state, you're not going to do it internationally. Not the way you'll see it like on my YouTube and stuff, or my social media, where these dope spots, they're like, holy fuck, man, like there's no tourist here, this is beautiful, it's like waterfalls, these giant boulders, it's, you know, this massive forest. Like, you're not going to be able to have these life adventures internationally until you can do it now, because life is an exciting adventure, right? So I'm doing these small little hikes around the state of Florida. I'm shooting surfing content too on the weekend, because I love surfing. And I'm linking up with other people who are involved in the surfing social media aspect. And yeah, I ended up start doing travel content. I go on a road trip for about 3 months, hitting some national parks, because now I've created an income. Now I'm not doing a day job. I'm getting paid. People are paying me to shoot their weddings, to shoot their venues, to shoot their live events. I'm taking whatever video jobs I can get, but I'm getting deposits, so it's allowing me to be on the road and keep going. So, and this is probably gonna be a couple part story, but I'm sharing it the best way I can. It's like, you have to live it, experience it, and then document how it happened. It's really hard to tell people how to do and what you're doing, because you don't know what you're doing right until you see the results. But I did it right before and now I'm re-implementing these things. And a huge part of my success before, and my like, this has been, you know, 4 or 5 months ago, I was hoofing it, bro, on foot, and I was on a bike. Now I'm in a car. Like, it's not glamorous, but it's working. I'm getting exponential growth compared to, like, there's people making 200,000 around me a year who can't even, you know, who are still living paycheck to paycheck, bro. So I started meal prepping. I meal prep, one, for nutrition, because, you know, flavors mask the taste. I'm not big on, I mean, I will get down on some sweets sometimes, but like, I don't eat for pleasure. That's not really, I'm kind of like I'm more concerned about the function of something than the aesthetic or the, I don't know, what another word for that, like the pleasure you would get from it. It's the function of it. It's what's most important to me. So I start meal prepping, right? So I'm saving time, I'm saving money, and I'm eating clean. And this is allowing me to save up for these cameras and stuff without having to go into debt. You don't have to go in debt to start a business. Matter of fact, if you're going in debt to start a business, you're probably doing something wrong. From my experience and from the experience of my mentors, that's what they all told me. So it's slowing down for me, because my mind goes a million miles an hour if I let it. And if I let my mind go a million miles an hour, I have all this mental turbulence. Then it'll start provoking, it'll start creating emotions and provoking scenarios. I won't be in the present moment, and I won't be able to listen to the body's intelligence, the feelings, not the emotions, the feelings, the intuition that are supposed to guide and direct me in the direction I'm supposed to go. I was talking to my mentor the other day, and right now I work in sales. I went from not even being able to hold a job down to working in sales, making good commission, just by letting go. And he's like, dude, you literally you went from almost being homeless to working downtown in a high rise, doing sales, like, and what we were getting at is, if I said, he's like, dude, well, he didn't say dude, because he doesn't speak like I do. But what he was saying was, Travis, recognize the universe unfolding for you, the effortless, the serendipity, how the opportunities, we don't create them. The real opportunity is the path. It falls in our lap. So having this job fell into my lap because I stopped forcing things. I could have went all the way through this building. It's downtown. It's the not Capital One. It's the Chase building. So it's one of the biggest, most probably prettiest fucking buildings out there in downtown Orlando. It's full of law, you know, straight law firms and stuff like that inside. I could have knocked on every door in that building and never got that job. But because I was on my path, because I was going slow, because I wasn't forcing it, because I wasn't strategizing, it came to me. What I'm getting, the core root of this video, it's not what you do, it's not where you go, it's not who you know, it's who you are. Taking the future self, the self you are internally, and bringing it into the now, allowing it to happen, right? So this, I've gotten to this, right? Like, I've made a lot of progress in the last like 5 or 6 months. Anybody that's been watching, like, has seen me in the last two years just pushing, keeping it pushing, keep it pushing, keep it pushing. Learn the lesson, keep it pushing. And I thought that I needed to get my body and my mind in shape and the rest would follow, but really I had to get my spirit on course, my consciousness, and open myself up to the collective consciousness without being a part of the collective unconscious, the mediocrity. And that has opened the channel of life, the flow of life, into the infinite, really, because my opportunities are infinite. Right now I have like this TikTok famous boba restaurant wanting me to put together an event so they can get influencers there, because I got them. I got all the influencers. My network is in the hundreds of millions. Like, and that's with social influence, and that's in monetary. Like, the people in my phone, the people on my social media that are following me, that I'm actually friends with, that I've met, have personal relationships, are at the upper echelons. So I can make this happen. So everything I lost, I never lost. because all that's happened is I've been sharpened. And now that I'm re-entering this field of social media, I'm entering it at a higher pinnacle, where I'm able to monetize faster and with higher profit margins. And it's because I didn't force it, because I didn't stay where I was at. Unfortunately, I lost everything by letting the ego get a hold of myself, my truth, and just tearing me to shambles. Now I feel as if, not that I feel, the experience I'm having now is that my ego is properly integrated. And I think that's enough for today. I'll see you on the next one. I fucking love y'all. Get out there and give it credit.